I'm James Davison with Pro Earth Animal Health. I'm here today with Brad McDougal from Texana Feeders, Floresville, Texas. He's the cattle manager of this feeding operation. Brad, tell us a little bit about y'all's feeding operation.
Here at Texana Feeders, we have a lot of different kind of cattle. We have replacement heifers, we buy cell-born cattle, we buy Mexican cattle, we buy Holstein, we buy Holstein crosses. We've got a lot of different cattle going on. We have a whole different side for our replacement heifers. A lot of different cattle come on feed here at Texana.
Do y'all segregate cattle that, fresh cattle, do they come into a different spot than directly into the feed yard?
Yes, sir. We have traps that we put them in, big 30-acre traps of water and feed and grass also that we started on it.
So y'all buy sale-born cattle and you grow and you take them all the way to finish. You sell some as feeders, but y'all have a very diverse operation.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Tell us how you use CattlActive in this operation.
We use it on incoming cattle as our main focus, that we get that CattlActive in as soon as they get here. A lot of these cattle have been on the truck for 24 hours, 30 hours. We want to make sure that we get in to where they go to the feed and the water, the hay, everything is there for them. On our cell-born cattle, we use it on them. We use it on our baby calves, on our replacement heifers. As soon as they get going, we'll give it to them. We give it to our sick cattle. Every time we doctor a calf, we give them the CattlActive.
Perfect, perfect. How important do you feel it is to get a new cell-born calf on feed and water when he arrives?
Very important, because they've already been 2, maybe 3 days without what they need. I mean, they may have had a drink of water, but I'm pretty sure they didn't have a bite of hay. They're very stressed. They're looking around. They're trying to find their mom. They're getting poked around. They need to get it here as quickly as we can get it in.
What have you seen as far as consumption and water consumption when you use it on those cell-born cattle?
Very big difference, very big. As soon as you give it to them, within, 6 to 12 hours, they're hunting water, they're hunting feed, they're looking around, they're wanting to, it gives them that drive to go find that stuff.
After that, when you process those calves and then when you reback those calves, do you give it again?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. We try to do it the first time and the second time, and it doesn't nothing but help these calves. I mean, it doesn't hurt.
In your doctoring protocol, what have you seen as far as how it helps a calf that's sick that you give him antibiotics?
Well, it speeds up the process of the antibiotics and helps it go on, because if I can get him on feed, he's going to feel better, so that's going to help the antibiotics. So anytime I can, rush that situation, I will.
Excellent. Say in your replacement heifers, what do you think is the advantage of using it in those replacement heifers?
I can get a calf to drink pretty easy get him on milk, more milk consumption. We don't usually give it to the heifers, but mainly on the baby calves.
Okay, so that you feel like that calf's getting up and being a little more hardy and
more aggressive,
a little more vigorous and getting up there and nursing.
Yes, sir.
Good deal, good deal. Let's talk a little bit about what your calves go through. They go through a preconditioning period, then a grow period. Tell us just physically how y'all feed cattle in those situations.
We get them acclimated to a cell feeder, get them eating, and then as they come into the yard, we have a set of pens that we have feeders in, but still in a trap environment. And we start them there on a bump feeder, and we'll push every day, just drift them to the bump every day. Once they're going on there, going pretty good, then we'll bring them into a pen.
Have you ever used it on a fat steer? Have you ever had any bloat? Have you ever used it in those occasions?
I have used it in some situations, yes, sir. Sometimes when I can't get any out, I can't get what I want out of them, I'll give them that.
So you think sometimes on those cattle that are on feed, you get a little bit of reduction in consumption, or you're seeing a little acidosis, you might come back and treat those cattle. As a cattle manager, you have a lot of responsibility here. mentally, what does CattlActive give you?
Well, mentally it gives me peace of mind. It knows that I go home and sleep at night very well because I did all I could to help that calf. You know, when I doctor a calf and I give him an antibiotic shot, I want that CattlActive to help him. And I know when I give it to him that it's going to do more or the same as that antibiotic. So if I give him an antibiotic shot, he's going to go to the back of the trap and he's going to stand there just like he was sick. But if I give him that CattlActive within, like I said, 6 to 12 hours or maybe the next morning when you come to check the calf, he's going to be up at that bunk. He's going to be trying to find that feed. If he knows where it's at, if you've done your job by pushing the calf to the bunk and he knows where he's supposed to be, he will be there eating and he will be drinking.
So we all know as preconditioners, I've had them through the years, you've had them through the years. We all have what we call recs. That's where we're doctoring 20, 30 head out of a set of cattle. And as preconditioners, that's a big challenge because it takes labor, it takes time. Those cattle aren't eating, you're getting loss of production, they're not gaining weight. What have you seen overall in your general program since you began using CattlActive?
I've seen a lot of that not happen. I haven't seen a whole lot of those lately since we've used CattlActive. Now, we have been in them, and I have a case of CattlActive there already. You know, we've all been in those wrecks, and we've all felt bad when we went home. We've been depressed. You know, you have more of a peace of mind when you give them that. If you've given CattlActive antibiotic, there's not a whole lot else you can do. You can just hope for the best, and that's you feel a lot better if you give them that.